Lolita day one.
Yes,
Took a break yesterday.
Yeah, Lolita looking alright. Probably can deter the Brody a little bit, the Selena a little bit.
Works in multiple layers, blocking Selena arrows, a lot of projectiles to protect yourself against, and the Numenon Blast to say, hey, if you want to go in hard, I don't mind sacrificing one member for the greater good.
Well, if it's that one member in the name of Shark, aka Oscar, then so be it. Well,
Out the opposite laner, but in this game, he's using a marksman emblem, the Electro Flash. So perhaps he's looking for more of a sustained game. He just want to stay in the lane as much as he can. If he can bully someone out, great. If not a big deal.
Let's not forget that Electro Flash is one of the few emblems that actually scale pretty well towards the later stages of the game. Remember, BTK have a lineup that is really, really tanky. He's not going to be able to secure those kills as easily as most people think. So I think this is just a great adaptation coming in from Na'Vi.
yeah, and Na'Vi is super aggressive. Defender leaving the XP lane early on, not even a minute in, helping clear this side of the jungle for Sunset Lover. Getting that Little Wanderer real quick. Now you can kind of see what the Selena's doing. Earlier, when Selena made her debut here in M3, not so much. It did not help. But now, a minute in already, I can see how different it is for Na'Vi.
Yeah, I mean, Sawo's got to be very, very careful. If he goes down early, it's going to be difficult. But yeah, you can see the small interactions. The shield is going to be able to block the Abyssal Arrow. You don't really get stunned. Walk away. It's fine. That's the main idea.
Up top, it's going to be a 2v1. Sawa trying to help out. In mid, it's the same but mirrored over for BTK. Arrow thrown out, trying to hit that. And Zane, very comfortable. Very comfortable. No pressure at all. Did he lose it? He did.
He lost it.
Oh, that's why. The comfort is not on his side.
Oh no, that's a little unlucky, but you can tell that Zane did not want to use that retribution. He's got bigger fish to catch, like the turtle that he wants to hang around. Just a little unlucky there. That's fine, but let's see. This first turtle is going to mean so much for Na'Vi, and BTK, they want to drag this turtle out for as long as possible.
It's so curious. Was that well timed, or was that just Zane complacent with his small camp take?
He's very complacent because he can definitely wait out the damage from the Abyssal Trap and then continue on.
Oh well, let's see. I hope they don't miss out on this one. Priority going over to BTK, 4 members here. That's going to be 4 from Na'Vi answering back. Real manipulation set in. Defender pushing them back with the Cotter in the Inferno and the Vengeance. He's still alive. Sunset Lover confirms it. First blood drawn though by Fried Chicken. Turtle for the hero. I think NATUS VINCERE walked away with that happy.
Yeah, I think unfortunately Nagib got canceled out. They knew it was kind of strange how the fight went down. I think Nagib didn't really communicate with the rest of the team that, Shark was standing a little nearby. Sawo was a little low, so he couldn't do much but just being living artillery, same as Nagib. However, Shark getting a great cancel on that real world manipulation made all the difference.
Yeah, and right now, let's look at the butterfly effect. Let's look at the level from Sunset Lover. Level 6, MOBA Zane just reached level 5 just by missing out on one creep, just by missing out on that turtle. We can definitely see a big change in EXP.
He wants to get ahead here. Lil is protecting himself, but Na'Vi look for the counterattack here.
Void Crystal dropped in by Nagib. Sunset Lover, he can try to go deep, but they're already ahead, about 1,000 gold already. And now you can see how difficult it is as a gold laner to not have that range advantage. Yes, Victor's bullying over Lil, but the gold lead speaks for itself. Let's look at the items.
Yeah, right now let's looking at Lil. Lil has a mix of everything. He has a little bit of damage, he has a little bit of HP, as well as magic resist. Looking like he doesn't care too much about this early game. He just wants to have equal of everything. He just doesn't want to die, which does show in his emblem of choice. So it looks like Na'Vi is playing a very different game than what we usually see in the Southeast Asia region.
Honestly, I think they're playing for first item. I think that's the general idea. Even though Lil may not necessarily have a lot of control over the lane unless the rest of Na'Vi is rotating to that side of the map, you can see he's got more gold than Victor, he's got more EXP than Victor, and Victor, who also took Avarice. As long as Lil plays a passive game and minimizes the effectiveness of this rune, then I guess it's fine for him.
Yeah, no, the range differential is so huge. You have to hit your opponent to get the extra money, and it's not just happening right now for Victor. Zia popping the feathered airstrike. Nagib throwing out those void crystals. Sawo just putting up a perimeter with the threat of activation. Oh, here we go. Speaking of activation, Numinum Blast hitting nothing but air. Down goes Zia, defender again, biting down. Shark, his target. Arrow thrown out by Sawa, pushing away the rest of BTK. Na'Vi gonna look to confirm their second turtle.
Okay, nicely done. Very nicely done for either team. They have very clear ideas of how they want that fight to shape out. And the moment it's not going their way, they back out of there. Turtle slain here, brought to you by the STB. My goodness, so far it's been going pretty good.
Amazing conversion rate for NATUS VINCERE here. They're gonna go ahead and take that turtle buff, use it to space out top lane, take that turret, and then answer back to mid. They're not gonna let BTK get this for free. Arrow thrown out by Sawa. Trap set in underneath Zayn. Oh, look at the burst! Wow. Zayn is not happy. Look at that. Oh.
I mean, he will be okay. Okay, he will be okay at the end of it. He needs the recall, unfortunately, and pathing up might not be the greatest option. Lil's going to get attacked, and yeah, cross-map plays are being happen.
NATUS VINCERE very, very mobile. Lil, oh, three-man gank squad down bottom. Victor, finally a little bit of space, room for him to breathe. But Sunset Lover gonna clear this wave just in case Lil comes back soon enough, because next turtle coming down bot.
With 60 seconds on the clock here, the question is how is Na'Vi going to be going above and beyond, right? When it comes down to choking out the jungle and really getting ahead in terms of that gold. So far, it's going well. It's 1K, but it's 6 minutes in. They've got about less than 2 minutes before they start getting into mid-game. And so far, BTK making sure that even if they do get cut, there's barely any bleeding.
I would even make the argument BTK is still winning. Because even though they're down in gold with this kind of composition, as long as you don't die so much in the early game, you're doing well because they have a lot of scaling heroes with the Yisun Shin, with Zia on the far side. It's going to hurt later on in the stage of the game. And Brody has a lot of range, but Pharsa is the queen of range.
So the pressure's on Na'Vi. Na'Vi has to go really fast. Na'Vi has to use their range, use the early pressure that Sunset Lover and Sawa are putting, and make the most of it. You're right, 1 and 2 in 7 minutes, that doesn't really inspire any sort of confidence.
I think the worst part about it all is that Na'Vi is trying to use bush tactics to their advantage, but when you're up against someone like Yisun Shin, the mountain structure just gives you way too much information. They have to come up with a different plan, and I think split pushing is what they've decided on.
And slowly, I think Navi's using this pressure, using this time to kind of change up, get their hands on the clutch and change the way that they attack, because instead of looking for fights, instead of looking for kills, they're taking turrets.
Yeah, I mean, the split push is confident here, but I want to see more from them.
Oh, puncture in. Shark not looking great. Sawa misses the dive in. Now Na'Vi, they're going to try to find one. Instead, they got caught out. Sunset Lover goes down. Point blank feathered airstrike. Defender caught out far away from home. Mountain Shocker setting them in. And a jump by Victor. Defender pops the vengeance, pops the Conqueror's Inferno. He's not going to live. Boba's ain't popping. The passive left and right. A lot of crit, a lot of bursts from this Yisun Shin. And just like that, BTK are ahead again.
Can Lil finish this off? I don't think he does not have torn apart memories, unfortunately. And BTK are doing a phenomenal job now in the driver's seat during this the mid game so far. With the next Lord coming up, I think, Na'Vi at this point of time, they've got to make some kind of god tier play.
Oh, they catch him. That's Zia catching a face full of torn apart memory. As you just mentioned, Lil gets it off cooldown, and I think BTK lost track of when it was ready too.
Yep, they hopefully open up mid here, but here comes the Numinum Blast.
Oh, did not get the flicker in, but Nagib a little too confident. Mobazane, free hits to the face.
It's interesting how this fight is turning up. I think there's a lot of disrespect on either side. Na'Vi, using real world manipulation right in front of somebody's face like that, especially when you're up against a jungler who's definitely 2 levels above you. You're hitting above your weight at this point.
Out of your league even. You have a shield as an Eve, but it's not that huge. And just like that, it opened up bottom lane for Victor.
Yeah, and I do have to say, when we talk about Naqib, he has done it twice now. When he opened the real-world manipulation in an open space, giving opportunities for BTK to really put on the pressure on him based on his own mistakes. So far, Defender, being the bigger brother, has helped him out. But he himself has to watch himself, because later stages in the game, right now, BTK, engages, Sunset Lover going in
Victor.
front, but nothing's happening.
Catches an arrow. Up top, there's a skirmish. 1v2 defender versus White Chicken and MOBA Zane. Yeah, Lufel, you were saying.
Now, right now, we can see that Na'Vi has a lot of options and Lil getting caught out.
BTK doesn't want to stop. Lil's going to get taken down here. Numinum Blast to make sure they confirm the kill. Shark here at the tip of the real world manipulation. Victor kept in as well. They're happy to go for the 1-for-1 trade.
Oh, the patience from Sunset Lover. He could have just gone straight on towards Phoveus, but he needed to make sure that Naguib is going to have a good time. He gets hit by the Astaroth's Eye, but he doesn't want to give him multiple procs to dodge the damage. So really good play coming in from Na'Vi. Unfortunately for Lil, he has to pay the price, but at the end of the day, it's going to be BTK who's going to be coming up on top of him in the economic game.
Yeah, right now when we look back at the replay, we can see that Lil is a little bit tanky. And this comes to question, what is he building right now? Because it's obvious that he has the Athena shield, but I'm worried that he prioritizes so much on his defensive capabilities right now to the point where Na'Vi does not have enough damage.
Yeah, basically he's just a torn apart memory machine and that's it. Like he has to make sure he has stacks, get the ult in, and that's not the way you play Brody, ideally. Ideally, you want to be able to still hurt even with your basics.
At least have a Blade of Despair.
Yeah, at least have that Blade of Despair. That's the one we were looking for. But he's building it right now. He's taking a Malefic Roar instead just to kind of break structures open because they are going for their secondary win condition, which is going to be trying to get through the mid game with the help of their split pushing powers.
And right now, the map is open for BTK. Interestingly enough, it's these false engages, these wrong entries. And look at this, they're answering back. Sawa confirms the kill off of their manipulation, but it's a trade. MOBA Zane takes down Lil. Naguib follows through. 2 for 1 so far, and the Lord is still for BTK. Right for the taking. Down goes Sunset Lovers. Victor dances right around him. Defender, the Flaming Demon. He's running away. Contra Inferno in tow. Lord has been reset, but that's still all 4 members remaining for BTK ready to take this Lord. What a turnaround. What a retake.
Ooh, that was good. That was good coming in from BTK, but Na'Vi needs to realize that going in with so many dashes, I mean, Fried Chicken, he's having the time of his life here. He's like, when do you want me to use my ultimate? Now? A bit later? I can wait. It's fine. Give me another proc. I don't mind. There's no way they are getting through this absolute trope of BTK when they're surrounding and making sure MOBA Zane has the space.
Hyped up MOBA Zane has not disappointed as of right now. Again, people know him as a marksman main. And when he positions like this, even though it looks bad, it's still good. And the fact that BTK, they have the instinct to always look at him and it's like, wait, he's a bit out of position. We have to go to him. We have to protect him. And in this kind of situation, BTK looks more experienced in team fights.
Oh, just like that, Naguib destroyed by BTK, and they're not done. Numinum Blast keeping him in check. Shark gets 3 for none, double kill for MOBA Zane, and they're still going in. Sunset Lover, Thorn Rose to survive the assault. Lord marching down bottom. What a synchronous push. Top lane tier 2, bottom lane inhibitor. You could count the seconds before it's over, because ladies and gentlemen, BTK has come to play. They take down Na'Vi.
GG, well played. The Bloodthirsty Kings take their first win here at M3 against Na'Vi. A really good game as well. Great draft overall. It really set in stone how tempo needs to be controlled here.